A new week for the New Orleans Saints is starting with some big news. Stay with us. The ACME Oyster House afternoon wrap starts right. Hi again, everybody. Welcome into the ACME Oyster House afternoon wrap with John DeShazier. I'm Sean Kelley. A new week begins here for the New Orleans Saints. The second half of the season starts today, John, with big news, or at least word of big news at this point.
Well, Dez Bryant himself says throw up the X. So it looks like Dez Bryant is going to be X marks the spot here in New Orleans. He's been on the free agent market this entire season. He's been looking for a team, 8 games remaining. Saints are 7-1. They're probably looking for a little receiver help. Dez Bryant seems to be the guy that they believe can be that help.
Most who follow this game know number 88. He's a multi-Pro Bowl guy, really a mainstay of the Dallas Cowboys for most of his career. But it dropped off, John, and he was unemployed after they let him go back in the spring.
Yeah, I don't think he was a guy who was able to get deep as much as he was earlier in his career. Became much more of a physical, possession-type receiver. Now, he's still got more than 500 catches and more than 7,000 yards and 73 touchdown receptions, which is tops in Cowboys franchise history. So he's still productive because he even had 68 catches, 900 and plus yards last season with 6 touchdowns. He's got some production left in him, but he's not the same Dez Bryant as 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, that's for sure. Pro Football Hall of Famer Bill Polian told us today on the Black and Blue Report that he thinks that Dez Bryant perhaps could fill that Marcus Colston role in the Sean Payton offense. Keep that in mind as you begin to watch him play, maybe as early as this weekend. John, anytime you bring a big name like this in, and one that's caused a few waves over the years, you wonder about rocking the boat, chemistry and all that. It doesn't seem like this locker room's too worried about it.
Well, the Saints have made sure and been really particular about bringing in the right kind of personalities for this locker room. So there's a strong surrounding supporting cast in terms of leadership in this locker room. And let's not forget, this team's led by the Drew Breeses of the world and the Benjamin Watsons and Cameron Jordan. So they've got some guys who have strong voices. And let's be realistic here. Dez Bryant is on a half-year contract. He's going back on the free agent market next year. He can't afford to make many waves during this short stint that he's going to have with the Saints.
Yeah, and it's not that this conversation came up in the last couple of days. Saints quarterback Drew Brees says that Bryant's name came up even as far back as the offseason. And Brees is certainly excited to add another weapon.
Dez has been a really good player in this league for a long time. And there is certainly a skill set that he has that is going to be beneficial, And so I look forward to getting to work with him. I look forward to building a rapport with him. I look forward to getting him involved in this offense and just become a complement to, all the guys that we already have. I think he'll see that too when he gets here, and I'm sure he's been watching from afar as just, how he'll integrate into this offense, and I think he'll be a great addition.
John mentioned the name Benjamin Watson just a moment ago. The Saints tight end has been in this situation before. It was with another team and another big name, also a wide receiver.
I remember many times being in a locker room and guys would come. Randy Moss, when I was in New England, came and there were all these questions. How is it going to work? This is the guy who's very accomplished and a guy who, is very good at football, obviously. He's got a gold jacket. And it was tremendous. You never know how it's going to turn out. You never know. But you do know that coaching staffs, that front office makes those decisions not flippantly, that they think about it, and that they do it for the betterment of the team.
So there's no doubt that the news of Dez Bryant joining this team possibly as early as tomorrow was the dominant headline of the day. But today, John, also begins a new week, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, we're talking about a team that's 5-3, a really good football team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, they'll be without A.J. Green, their star wide receiver. However, they've been a very good team throughout some years, have not been able to culminate in playoff victories, but they've been a pretty good, salty regular season team.
Yeah, we know the 2017 running back class because, of course, Alvin Kamara is a part of that. Another name from that class, Joe Mixon, a name that certainly the Saints defense and A.J. Klein have their eyes on.
We gave up too many passing yards. I thought we played decent against the run, but with Gurley. But Joe Mixon this week is obviously another offensive threat that we have to take into account. You watch him on film, he is arguably one of the best backs in the NFL right now. He's quick twitch. He can make all the cuts, he reads defenses well. So we're going to have our hands full with him.
One thing you'll notice about Mixon is his size. It is substantial, and we'll have an eye on him come this Sunday. John, real quick, Wednesday's practice, we were observing a moment or two of it. What'd you notice?
Well, we noticed a gaping admission or omission from the practice during the portion we were able to see. The entire offensive line was not on the field. That's left tackle Teron Armstead, left guard Andrews Pete, center Max Unger, right guard Larry Warford, and also right tackle Ryan Ramczyk. None of those guys on the field during the portion of practice we were able to see. Be interesting to see what turns up on the injury report. Maybe it was a vet day for all those guys, just a rest day, or maybe they're nursing some bumps and bruises.
Yeah, another guy absent from the time that we were there, wide receiver Cameron Meredith. We'll keep an eye on that as well when that injury list comes out later on today. You'll find it at NewOrleansSaints.com. And with that, we'll leave you on this Wednesday, and we'll get ready for tomorrow. Could be an interesting one here at Saints Camp.